spectacular ocean views not far away from the home of the Florida Atlantic Owls, FAU Stadium in Boca Raton, Florida, where they hope this game lives up to the setting. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll see, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Florida Atlantic Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Florida Atlantic about to put toe to leather and get this thing started. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Golden Hurricane offense takes the field as we get this game underway. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Pulls it in. It's Booker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulsa trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. Gives it on the option. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback by himself in the backfield.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He'll start this drive firing. Finds the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Owls! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He wants to take the top off. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulsa in a tough spot here on 3rd and long. Golden Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Tulsa checking to see what's in the playbook for 3rd and forever. Scanning the field, it's Alford. Under fire. Grabs it inside the 15. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Tulsa! A great catch and run for 6.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Louisiana was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Lafayette. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the Sun Belt.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The DBs will back off a bit. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. It's Zimmerman. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. This will be their 1st punt of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Golden Hurricane to the line, facing second and short. He'll try it again. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They go to the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Leaves it with the running back. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line.
There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to throw, it's Alford. Grabbed behind the line, it's Bishop. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Inside the 45. Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Looking for room. It's Terrell. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
Did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. He leaves it with his back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulsa in a tough spot here on third and long. To the air, it's Alford. Got it in the middle, it's Lucas. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. On the run, it's Bishop. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Tulsa trying to power ahead on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. With the catch, it's Johnson. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Motion from the wide receiver. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
He's got it. Turning it on. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
With the run on first and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tulsa.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he makes the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's reeled in. It's Runge. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He's looking to throw on third and short. Caught close to the marker. It's Hawkins. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On the run, fires downfield. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Alford. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Golden Hurricane needing a huge chunk play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
And that's okay. The offense coordinator plays already. He's already put up a game's worth of stats. Continue to find that guy. You'll have some misses, but he is your guy.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Tosses it incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Number 90 on to punt it away.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Ready to go here in the second half, and Tulsa will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had 6.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Pocket breaking down.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the run, it's Roach. Powers through the defender. He is denied, cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Off the play fake. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
You know, the defense just hasn't seemed to quite have an answer. They've come close to interceptions like that one there, but they haven't registered any so far. They've given up a few touchdown passes. They're just not quite able to make the plays they need to against the pass in this game.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Alford. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Just not enough leg on that kick. He wasn't able to clear the crossbar.
first snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. It's flat. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold offense.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Fears the pressure. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Right back to it. Finds a crease at the 20. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Tulsa got it rolling on the ground with the last play. Let's see if they go back to it. They'll try the run. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff to the lone back. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Golden Hurricanes. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 11 over North Carolina. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Back to throw, it's Alford. Safe completion on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Rush is on him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bishop. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Hurricane needing a big play to keep this drive going. That's the end of the period, and Tulsa has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Platt.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Trying to get it to the marker. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly,
oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tulsa! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
they were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Clapp. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Wide open downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Alford. Makes the grab, it's Bishop. Past the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He has the first and still on his feet. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 5 over North Carolina. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Bring in the heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Got it behind the line. It's Henry. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Now facing a 3rd and long.
3:25.
From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Terrell. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Zimmerman. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the 1st down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Pressure coming. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field down. He'll take a shot. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game...
Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tulsa. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And that kick. Perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Defense not showing press coverage. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And the pass is incomplete, and that's going to be the final play as this game is over. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now